I tell these stories of my life because I know that my children, in later years, my transgender community will understand. We have to stand up and speak for ourselves. We have to fight for ourselves.
Picking out people, knocking them down, resisting arrest as they're kicked on the ground, searching their houses, calling them queer. I don't believe that sort of thing happens here. Sing if you're glad to be gay, sing if you're happy that way. Hey, sing if you're glad to be gay, sing if you're happy that way.
Sylvia Rivera was a leader in the transgender and gay liberation movement. She is known as one of the Stonewall frontliners who fought against harassment towards the gay, bisexual, transgender, and other people, placing her own well-being on the line for her community. Determined to see a sustainable change, she took her activism to the courts, fighting for legal rights for the LGBTQ+ community. Alongside those efforts, Sylvia co-founded with Marsha P. Johnson the Street Transvestite Action Revolutionaries Foundation, better known as Star House, which housed and supported homeless transgender kids. Throughout her life, she demonstrated the 5 fundamentals for becoming an exemplary leader: challenge the process, model the way, inspire the shared vision, encourage the heart, and enable others to act. These were seen through key events which we'll explore in this video. Sylvia, an American who descended from a Puerto Rican and Venezuelan heritage, was raised by her grandmother.
However, at 11 years old, she decided to leave home because she said she respected her grandmother too much. She didn't want to see her suffer for who she was. Sylvia defined leadership through her authentic actions. No matter the cost, she put others before herself to make the world better for those who come after her. Sylvia knew that to be an authentic leader, you have to take care of your community. She once said, "We fed people and clothed people. We kept the building going. We went out and hustled the streets. We paid the rents. We didn't want the kids out in the streets hustling."
A prominent turning point of Sylvia's was her experience during the 1973 Gay Pride Rally.
Y'all better quiet down. Nothing. I've been trying to get up here all day for your gay brothers and your gay sisters in jail. They're writing me every motherfucking week and ask for your help. And you all don't do a goddamn thing for them.
Sylvia knew at a young age that activism would be her course of action. To many, she became known as their mother for her caring and protective nature towards the youth who needed her most. She didn't have to advocate for her community that day, but the alternative would have been giving up and going home instead of speaking up for equal rights and respect. Unfortunately, due to the confrontational rally, she experienced severe consequences of alienation and depression. She attempted suicide after the event and dropped out of the movement for years. However, Sylvia showed her true magnitude of leadership through her remarkable amount of grit, which she later used to reopen Star House and become a political figure for the movement once again. It was during this iteration of Star House that we see her modeling the way and inspiring a shared vision. Through Star's manifesto, Sylvia made it clear that they were there to aspire to be a safe haven for many, while also continuing to challenge the process. In 1995, Transy House was founded by Rusty Mae Moore and one of Sylvia's kids, Chelsea Goodwin, who earlier in her life lived at Star House. Sylvia gave Chelsea the tools to act through her home she provided and lessons of caring for others. Both Rusty Mae and Chelsea were inspired by Star House and shaped Transy House around it. They were determined to carry on Sylvia's activism spirit as they continued to fight for trans rights. Sylvia passed away in 2002, but her legacy as a leader in the trans community lives on.
If you're glad to be God.